If you're a fan of Disney's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, then stick around, because you're about to discover 10 fun facts about this Halloween cult classic. Ichabod Crane's nemesis Brom Bones was the inspiration behind another Disney character you know, which was Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Disney animator Andreas Deja said he used Brom Bones as a reference for Gaston because of his strong and realistic anatomy that contrasted well against the cartoony-looking townsfolk. The flirtatious Katrina was a look-alike from two other Disney characters, which were Grace Martin from The Martins and McCoys and Slewfoot Sue in Pecos Bill. Walt Disney was personally involved in the production. It is said that he visited the Tarrytown region on the Hudson River in New York, where the real Sleepy Hollow is located, in order to get a feel for the town's atmosphere and superstitious traditions. The other voices in the cartoon shared a connection with Bing Crosby. Since there aren't any dialogue exchanges between characters, there were very few voices involved in the cartoon. Ichabod and Brom Bones were both voiced by Bing Crosby, but the female singers you hear were from the Rhythmaires, who sang with Crosby on his radio show. A secret voice talent in the cartoon was the film's composer, who made a unique contribution to the short by providing Ichabod's nervous whistling while he was riding his horse through the forest. A little known fact about Ichabod's horse is that in the cartoon he doesn't have a name, but in the book the horse's name is Gunpowder, which is pretty ironic since he's not all that tough in the cartoon. Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman were loosely based on real people. Washington Irving once met a military man named Ichabod Crane, who is rumored to be where the author got the name for his main character. Irving's idea for the Headless Horseman is based on a Hessian soldier who lost his head from a cannonball during the Revolutionary War. All of Disney's legendary 9 old men were involved to help bring the legend of Sleepy Hollow to life. The 9 old men were responsible for many of Disney's memorable films in its golden era, like Snow White and Cinderella. Disney's ending for Ichabod's story is a lot more ambiguous than the novel. In the book, Ichabod survives the encounter with the Headless Horseman and goes on to become a lawyer, politician, and then a judge. The book also drops a big hint that Brom was most likely the Headless Horseman by saying that he would suspiciously smile and break out into laughter when anyone ever mentioned the incident after Ichabod's disappearance. October 5th, 2019 marks the 70th anniversary of the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, but both Ichabod and Mr. Toad's cartoons were intended to be full-length features. However, their plots were too thin, and money was too tight to make them longer since they were produced during World War II. So instead, they were packaged together to cut costs, and The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad was the last of several packaged films that Disney made during the 1940s. I think it's the most memorable one of them all, and it's on my must-watch list to see every Halloween, so let me know in the comments if you watch it every year too. To discover more facts about other GDPG-13 movies, click a video on the screen. And to always be notified when I post a new video, make sure to subscribe and click the bell to keep learning more fun facts about your favorite films.